So boys, I just finished Eckhart Tolle's Power of the Now. And if you've ever read that book, then you'll know that for him it started essentially on this bench when he was out basically trying to become more conscious. He took years out of his life just to be sitting on the bench and observing the world as it passed away. I finished it for the first time. I tried reading that book 4 times. 4 times it took me to truly finish it because I just could never wrap my head around it. I thought it was all mumbo jumble. People were telling me, oh, this book has changed my life. It's changed me for the good. I love you, Eckhart. You are the best. And I just could never really truly understand it until I finally finished it. And boys, let me tell you one thing. It's a great book. It really is a great book. If there's one book in the whole world that talks about what life really is, down to the core, it's The Power of the Now. Now, for me, there were 3 key lessons that I learned from that book that I will explain. Before I do, boys, let me just tell you a little bit about me. Now, 3 years ago, I used to be the dustiest guy ever, right? I used to be someone that was just so unconscious of life, that was coasting through life, doing the most disgustingest things ever, masturbating, wasting money, doing drugs, drinking, slobbing, like all sorts of disgusting stuff. So I've been on this life journey now for about 3 years, and I've seen so much tremendous growth where I actually want to now document this all on YouTube to actually build a community where people can come together, men ideally, women you're welcome to, but really we're trying to become more conscious, more present. We want to become the best version of ourselves, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do on this channel. So if you like stuff like this, then get involved, like and comment, subscribe, support the channel. Let's do this, boys. Let's get on with the video. So it goes without saying that the number one thing that we need to start doing is becoming more conscious, right? Conscious and unconsciousness. There's two different things, right? Unconscious is 90% of our life, right? You don't realize this, but 90% of our life is lived unconsciously. That means we're doing the same thing, we're reacting the same way every single day over and over again that we don't realize it because it's become so robotic, right? Now think about it. If you're living a miserable life, if you're somebody that's not happy with their life, then you need to understand that it's because you're doing something within your routine, your daily life, that's setting you up. Whether it's you thinking something, whether it's you feeling something, anything, right? Your behaviors, your reactions, anything. It's all unconscious, and it all lies in the unconsciousness. So the thing that you need to start doing is becoming more conscious, right? What does that actually mean? It means being more aware of yourself, right? Being more aware of the moment, in the now, the power of the now, right? That's what the book's all about. It's about being in the now, not the past, not the future, in the now, because the now is the only time that matters, if time even in itself exists, right? So being more conscious right now. What does that mean? Well, it means being conscious of your thoughts, being conscious of your feelings, being conscious of your behaviors, of your habits, of the things you say to yourself. Be conscious of all of this, right? So you can become aware of what's actually causing you to be this type of way. And slowly, you start taking these things out, you become more conscious, and you start choosing rather than reacting, okay? Or better yet, saying responding as opposed to reacting all the time. So step number 1 is be more conscious. This is exactly what I learned from Eckhart Tolle's book. The number 1 thing, be more conscious. It's that simple. Number 2, boys, time does not exist. Stop relying on time to help solve your problems or your life situations, as Eckhart likes to call them. Future and past are not reliable senses to go by. The now is the only time that truly matters. What happened in the past happened in the now. What happens in the future happens in the now. If you're constantly looking back at the past to help you with your decisions, your actions, then guess what? You're going to just repeat the same experiences over and over and over again. And if you're constantly looking towards the future as, let's say, a source of happiness, or let's say something that's desirable that you're waiting for that's not yet in the present moment but could be in the future, then guess what? You're basically leaking energy. You're telling yourself that You're not happy with this moment, but guess what? If this happens in the future, then I'll be happy. Which doesn't make any sense. It's not going to serve you, because what's it telling you is that you yourself cannot be happy, right? You need something external. You need something to change you that's not yet in this moment, but you can create that in this moment. So time does not exist. It's just mind made, right? It's the only way that the mind can comprehend this reality, right? When we start using time as an essence. So time doesn't exist. The only time that matters is the present moment, the now. The now is the only time that exists. So what does this mean? Every single time you start thinking or procrastinating back in the past or the future, bring yourself back in this moment, in the now, right? Guess what? If you ask a bloody animal what time is it, what are they going to tell you? They're not going to tell you it's 10 past 5. They're going to tell you the time is now. Now is the only time that matters. So yeah, get that truth fixed into your head. Now is the only time that matters. That is number 2 of what I learned from the power of the now. The important lessons, of course. And number 3, boys, surrender. Surrender to whatever it is that's holding you back in your life. You can never overcome anything until you finally learn to let go. Surrender, right? Find truth in whatever it is that you're dealing with, right? There's no point in you procrastinating, overthinking about this and that. All you know is what the truth is. Surrender to that. In my case, I'm in a situation where I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. I couldn't walk because I had just done my knee. I had absolutely shattered it, which meant that I was bedbound for 2 weeks. That's the truth, right? I could be sitting there procrastinating about how much I'm missing out, the fears and everything in my life. But I chose and decided to surrender to the fact that there was nothing I can do. Same with a situation with a girl, right? This girl, she wanted something completely different to what I wanted, right? We weren't aligned. And I could sit there and start complaining about how unfair life is and how women are this and that. But no, I surrendered to the fact that this is the truth of the situation. This is the truth of the matter. There is nothing I can do. And guess what? I found so much peace when I learned to do that. I found myself finally coming to terms with what's true to me. So learn to surrender. So that's it, boys. 3 important lessons that I learned, right? Be conscious, be aware of what's happening within the moment. Forget about time, because time does not exist, boys. Get that out of your system. The only time that matters is now. Stop making decisions based on what's happened in the past. Otherwise, you're always going to repeat the same things. Stop projecting things into the future. You can manifest, of course you can. But there comes a time and place where you need to learn that happiness doesn't belong outside of you. There's nothing in life that's going to make you happy. You yourself are in charge of that. So these are 3 important lessons that I learned. If you're thinking about reading The Power of the Now, then I highly would recommend you read it. It's a fantastic book. But this essentially is The Power of Now in about a 6-minute video, because he does talk a lot about other things, but importantly, these are the 3 lessons that I've learned. Because at the end of the day, boys, when we're reading books, it's great reading them, but if you're not going to take anything out of it, you've just wasted your time. You really have. So pick out things in the books, apply it, and see what kind of results you get. Shout out to my boy Ewan for actually telling me about this. That really moved the needle for me. If you're watching this, Ewan, you're a legend, mate.